You're the host, sir. Please carry on.
Okay, thank you, sir. I made you co-host.
Everything everybody is sharing is their experience. And so there is a phase of experimentation that we do and we must do, and we all do experiment about thought create reality, experiment about body healing, experiment about people not changing. And so rather than trying to give a complaint, change in your mind that they're doing great and they're coming and supporting you. That believe in this process means that if you're working on health, believe in it, just go with it, continue.
If I have to explain my meditative experience, it's in one word, it is coherence. That's a conflict between what our mind wants and heart wants. So as long as you don't align that, whatever practice we do, it will not get that ultimate results.
Even with relationships, especially between us, the respond time, we respond, we don't react. That is the difference, not only in the family, even with others whom I meet, even with the team or outside also. The relationship have increased in that way.
My life has changed beautifully, sir, since the time I've entered into meditation. Beautifully. All that I had imagined, most of it is there. I had a long career gap, sir, and the kind of job, the kind of career I had imagined during the manifestations, I am just there and I love it. I am one of the very few people in the world who love their work.
Every time I do meditation with you, sir, every meditation experience is healing somewhere, something deep inside me. That I can see in the way I think, the way I speak, with my actions as well as with my words also.
I see lots of change in myself. Even my kids say, "Mom, you change. You are very calm now. You are very energetic." And this is really best compliment for me.
Since last 6 months, I have stopped having drinks. I have stopped having non-veg since last 6 months, and I never feel to have drink or a non-veg, sir. I have totally become a vegetarian person.
I started from September, and it's very peace in both in my personal front, in my job professional, and I am able to sit and do meditation for 2 times, and that has affected my health, my workplace where I had so many issues. Everything is peace now.
Very good morning, my dear friends and masters, and very good afternoon to the West. What a wonderful testimonials sharing, very inspiring to do our own sadhana, right? So the affairs of the world will go on forever. Don't delay the practice of meditation. With this famous quote from Milarepa, we'll listen through the day 21. We'll start our day 21 from Dr. Chandra sir. Yes, over to you, sir.
Awesome. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. The affairs of the world will go on. Don't delay your practice. Very, very powerful. Buddha's ego is a train that is going on. PSS movement is a train that goes on. We hold on to the train. It'll take us to the other side. That practice will happen if we hold on to it. We hold on to anything that's strong. a strong support. It could be a close friend, it could be a great master, it could be a wonderful organization, but hold on to it. Just that railing, if you hold on, it'll take you. Otherwise, we will be left behind in the affairs, and I will just be going around in the affairs. Welcome to this 4th week of our Renew program, Renewing Ourselves. Here in Dubai, I'm here with a group of enthusiastic masters. It's 4:30 and they're still meditating. They're all wonderfully. Here is Masters Sandeepji, and then here they are, some of them. The more of them, there is fire there and somebody is meditating there. It's good to take this opportunity to hold on to these supports that are available to us all the time. And we will listen to some of their experiences of the Shivratri meditation that we've been doing here. And I hope you got some opportunity to do it at your home. Emotional intelligence is the theme for this week. We understood nuance of the meditation in week 1. Then we said our meditation helps our physical body, mental wellness, well-being, intelligence, many of those in week 2. Then we jump to experience what its manifestation is like. How do you direct your thought to be focused on what you wish to experience and draw into your life as manifestation science? Full of it last week. As our meditations are directing us to become more and more focused, become more and more purpose-oriented. The manifestation science becomes great because now you apply all those principles and you start seeing many experiences come into you effortlessly. Then emotional intelligence is about connecting with people, is about engaging, is about multiplying experience of life. We can be any, however intelligent we may be, and it can get us an entry into an organization, into a university, into a family. But unless you're emotionally intelligent, you're not necessarily growing, you're not necessarily making your mark. Because you are in a group of people, and you're only when you're emotionally intelligent. You know when to speak, not to speak, when to express, not to express, what to hold, what not to hold. All of this is emotional intelligence. Lord Shiva as Nilakanta held off all the negativity here that doesn't require to be released. That's what we say in the concept of Vakshetra, or impeccable speech. The triple filter, anything not positive, anything not truthful, anything not useful, we don't even speak. It doesn't qualify to be spoken. That's what Lord Shiva did. He held all the negativity. He said it doesn't matter. It is not required to be spoken. It is not required to be released. He held it. Can we be that? Meditation gives us awareness. He has that awareness to not release what's not necessary. He is a protector of the field, and so then when he saw a lot of negativity is coming up, and he took the responsibility to hold it. We take a responsibility for our words when you're about to speak and say, is this something that is worth even speaking? If not, then I hold it, not necessarily to be spoken. Then we become greatly emotionally intelligent. Our self-expression becomes beautiful. One of the core components that psychologists lay out as an emotionally intelligent person: self-awareness, self-expression, inspiration, empathy, and engagement. 5 areas. And meditation, dear friends, is improving in all areas, all areas. That will be the theme for this week, for us to know and how we can improve our relationships, how we can engage better at workplaces. And then all of it in the lens of emotional intelligence, as psychologists call it, and say how meditation helps us in each of those areas to become better and better and better by the day. I'm sure by now many of you are already feeling better in the way you are responding to situations. That awareness sets in, so then you're pausing before you are releasing something. That's what we're calling reaction to response, and so already feeling it. In 3 weeks, of course, enough of it is built. To we further these concepts in this week, dear friends, first let's go with meditation once again. For those of you continuing your Shivratri, so this would be your morning meditation to continue, complete your day, your night. So relax yourself. We're doing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to rest the mind, empty the mind of thought. When we observe our breath with our eyes closed, as you see in the picture, sit comfortably, glasses removed, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. When you observe our breath, our mind goes empty, and be in the state of emptiness. In case you have thoughts, come back to the breath again and start the process all over. Called breath meditation. Relax yourself, dear friends. Let's go into it.
Removed. Fingers into fingers, dear friends. Hands comfortably rested in your lap, crossing your feet. With your attention on your nose, observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We'll go in silence for some time, and then I will play music. Be with your breath, dear friends. Your attention anywhere on the nose, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows. Observe that air going in and coming out at that point on the nose. When you observe your breath, your breath may become lighter, shorter. Slowly,
thoughts are coming down, our mind is becoming empty. We are going into powerful group meditation. Buzz into your in-breath and the out-breath. And allow yourself to slowly and slowly go into that calmness, emptiness. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness inside of you, all around you. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are thinking, go back to observing your breath. you experience emptiness, the feel of no body, of no thing. That's energy, the quantum field of energy, the field of all creation, existence. That's Sat Chit Ananda. The more you are with it, the more expansive you become, the more joyful you become. This is the field of possibilities, the field of abundance of energies. The more you are with it, the more experiences you draw into your life. Friends, at this time, can you express gratitude to all things and everyone? It is truly an honor and privilege. Stars, to the technology, to all the systems, companies, governments, to your body, to yourself, and to this intelligent quantum field, the universe. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Relax your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body.
I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am.
recollecting your experiences from the session. Whenever you're ready, keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
Okay, dear friends, hope you enjoy the session. One very important concept in our practice is to repeat in what we learn. We can do this 40-day program once. If you see it as a course, we do it once and we are done. We make some impact, but very soon, if you understand how the brain is learning, that we forget it very soon. Or the learning, if you make it differently, then we can make this whole learning very impactful to us. And so this concept of learning, doing, being, that we are set up to, and in Sanskrit, in Vedic scripture, it's called Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasa. So let me put up a few charts, dear friends, and then understand this. And then we're listening to the experience of some of the masters here. Learning, doing, being. And then why this is important that we learn differently and then we keep repeating. And in the context of emotional intelligence, this is a powerful concept to know so that we can change our experience. Sit here. We change our experience with others, our responses with others, reactions to others. When we understand this concept, then we know that we have to repeat things. We have to process things, we have to learn things and repeat them. Because all things are happening through this phase of learning, doing, being. So our reactions are from the subconscious limbic brain. If you see in this brain, that little brain limbic system, which is our second brain, is also called subconscious mind. That little red color amygdala, which is an emotional center, plays a key role. All reactions happen from the subconscious brain. whenever anything that we notice, suppose there is an argument, there is a person you're seeing, your in-law, your boss, your son playing game, any of those, suddenly then you have a response, and the response is coming from this thing called amygdala. It's also part of this second brain called limbic brain, and it plays a key role, and this is what happens. Whenever there is a stressful state, this amygdala is getting hijacked. So you see here in this picture, suppose you enter into your office and you are there working in a cabin, and then you're hearing through your ear that someone is shouting. Then your frontal brain is trying to pacify you and say, relax, cool down, cool down. It is okay, it is not threatening, it's your boss only. Because all happens in that split second fashion. When somebody is shouting, you can imagine this to be anybody. In this example, if you're saying it's your boss, it could be your spouse, it could be your in-law, it could be somebody, your neighbor who is always aggressive with you. And so first your ears are gathering this information, then you're saying, okay, someone is shouting, then your frontal cortex, neocortex, which is the outer brain, the conscious brain, and that there is a frontal area here. They're saying, don't worry, it's your boss, because it senses the voice is like your boss. It's okay, fine, no problem. But then I is seeing now, in case that person is walking down fast, in the same way he's charging down, is coming too fast at you. Then the frontal brain is saying, okay, wait, let me calmly think and say, why is he coming down? Then your eye is giving another signal, is saying he's coming too fast. In case he's coming, he's saying he's coming too fast. And so then, dear friends, when the frontal cortex, which is the conscious mind, is supposed to respond, but in case these events happen little more strongly, which is where a lot of emotion is occurring, then suddenly your brain switches and then it bypasses from the frontal brain neocortex, it switches and then goes into your subconscious mind, amygdala. The amygdala, which is part of the subconscious, takes over. So far, your conscious brain has control, but beyond a point, it doesn't have a control, and then the subconscious takes over, amygdala takes over, and then it simply responds to what it was designed to do before. Your neocortex wanted to stay calm and think before respond, but it couldn't. Because when you have sudden sensory input, that feeling is intense, then suddenly amygdala is saying, no, it's too dangerous to let it go. I need to produce a threat response here, a dangerous response. And so then amygdala is taking over. Now, in this case, the amygdala may be saying that just come on, come up and be ready to shout and then be ready to fight with your boss, because that's what was saved you in the last time. So then you're ready to, adrenaline is up and you're ready here. You're also ready without you knowing what is coming down to. For all you know, maybe coming down to tell you that, hey, you know what, the great news that our client and whatever that we did last night solution worked. But here you're thinking something very, very poor happened, is why it's charging down. And then you go in and give an older response from this amygdala as a subconscious response. So friends, without meditation, we bypass the frontal cortex. In the brain language, the conscious mind holds the frontal cortex, as you see in the picture in the top right, and the subconscious mind holds the amygdala. Amygdala is responding based on the past, and then frontal cortex is trying to be in the present. So it's called conscious brain, conscious mind. But without meditation, we are invariably bypassing the frontal cortex and then going through an amygdala reaction, and that's why our reaction is unconscious. We wanted to be in control, but we couldn't, and then we're simply going back and switching to an old response that was repeated several times with your boss, and so then you go and do the same. You're ready to shout, you're ready to argue, you're ready to do or run away from there. But with meditation, when the conscious awareness is there, meditation, since it helps to develop the situational awareness area in the conscious brain, and then that gives us the choice to hold on to the control with the frontal cortex, which is in the conscious brain, and as a result, then we provide a conscious response opposed to an unconscious reaction. That awareness is required to be developed. And then number two, our reactions are based on the stronger emotional experiences that we had and stored in the subconscious mind. The old state of bosses charging and then we're also arguing was quite emotional. The more emotional something is, the more strongly it stores in the subconscious mind, and then so the amygdala gets active pretty quickly when you have a old, deeper memory sitting out there. So now what's the point? How do I change the situation? If I want to improve my relationship with my manager, my boss, then should I be in subconsciously and unconsciously reacting the way I've done? How do I change it? My subconscious was full of that old memory that I had, that experience with my boss, as an argument, as an altercation, as a fight, or whatever. But it was full of that emotional outburst that I had was fully stored there because it was an intense emotion. But it was not a useful reaction, useful response that I'm giving from my subconscious. Now, if you want to change that, if I want to change it to something greater, newer, so that next time my boss is charging at me, I have a better way of responding. What should I do? This is where difference, our learning and this concept of learning doing comes. The concept of learning doing being is saying that in our three brains, we are learning everything through this frontal cortex and neocortex. Whenever we learn something, it is learned through the frontal cortex, but then slowly it goes into the subconscious when you repeat it. Anything you learn, if you repeat it, it goes into the subconscious. We ought to repeat enough times to go to subconscious. Second, if you do it with a heightened emotion, then also it goes into subconscious. Wherever you have an emotion in your learning, then it goes into the subconscious straight. So you're learning knowledge. That knowledge, if it wants to be sitting down as a responsible choice into your subconscious, then it has to be learned either by repetition or by intense emotion. What does it mean? So in this slide here, our human brain has infinite capacity. There are all these neurons that are firing in our brain. It has more than 100 billion neurons, and each neuron is connected to another neuron, what we call a connection, neural connection. And brain is constantly firing the circuits to form these connections to every time it is learning new information. Every time you're learning new information, suddenly connections are formed. Today, this lecture we are hearing, when you're hearing this lecture, first time you're learning, then by the time you finish the lecture, you would have formed 1 billion connections easily, 1 billion connections to store perhaps 15 minutes of lecture and talk. So the neurons are fundamentally forming a lot of connections to store the data. Because you're storing visuals, some slides are there, you're hearing my voice, and so you're storing information. Now, every time you learn, a few connections are formed. Every time you repeat it, more connections are formed of the same. That's how brain is learning. So today you hear this session, then let's say 1 billion connections are formed. Now tomorrow you rewind this and you go back and listen to the recording. Then another 1 billion are formed on top, and so it becomes more stronger of that memory to remember this. So learning, dear friends, is a new connection, and memory is a stronger long-term connection. So just to give an example here, in this picture, in this slide, we've got a concept of, let's say, you're learning something called apple is red. Suppose somebody tells you apple is red, simply text you're reading in a simple page. When apple is red is understood, it is just an English text. You're reading and then forming maybe 1,000 connections. But then suppose somebody shows you a picture of apple visually, then you are storing the same information in 1,000,000 connections. Suppose somebody shows you a video, a YouTube video, which is telling you the same thing. It is showing a nice apple or to a tree, and then red shiny apple, and shows a lot of apples with leaves in between. And then as it turns, there is something comes on its red color. As it turns, somebody is taking a nice bite out of it, and then you're feeling it. Then they're saying, something like that. There's a fresh taste of it, and then the feeling shown here. And they're looking at it and saying, wow, these apples are so beautiful, and then they're so inviting, and all of that is shared in a video, but then the information is same. Apples are red. But now, dear friends, when you have the feeling associated, the context, the voice, and all of it associated, then you are perhaps forming 1 billion connections to store the same information called apples are red. In one case, you store it in 1,000 connections, in another case, 1,000,000, another case, 1 billion. The billion are formed when you are learning something with a lot of feeling, visual, experience of people around you. Which means that, dear friends, when you store something with a lot more connections, then you have better memory of it. You remember it. When there is a lot more feeling associated, the context is there. Suddenly, much more has to be stored in your brain. That means you remember it a lot more strongly and a lot more longer. This goes into your subconscious mind. And what is in subconscious mind becomes a subconscious response by the subconscious amygdala whenever there is a situation coming. Now, dear friends, when you put this into perspective of that example, that your boss is charging at you in an office, and you responded, and then you shouted it back to him because you are responding based on the old memory that is sitting there. Now, if you want to change that behavior, two things need to happen. Number one, you're learning through this class and say, hey, look, it is possible that his shouting is coming down only to tell you a great news that your solution works. So there is a different perspective. So please, next time when this happens, hold off, pause. And in order to pause, if you can't pause, have a stone in your pocket. And if you touch the stone and it's your boss, then you wait for a moment. Because stone is something different, it's not a pen. You don't put a stone in your pocket, but have a stone or a tomato. I said that's the way, that's a technique, by the way. Anybody wants to control emotion, keep some unusual object in your pocket. When you touch the object, then you know that, okay, I need to pause. And you learn that by pausing, you don't lose, but instead you gain everything. And so when your boss is coming, charging next time I hear, then you simply pause and then use the new response you're learning today. Now you're learning this with a lot of slides here. with a visual. Now suppose you learn the same thing in an in-person class. An in-person class here with me here, there is Sandraji, there is Mitsuji here. They are seeing it. There is a light here. This room is there, pyramid. There is a context here. On a Shivratri night, we are talking about a concept of learning, doing, being, and so there's a lot more context to it. So they are remembering this on a day when they learned, and they're talking about how do I change my response to my spouse or to my boss, and so you have a lot more context. You have a lot more context, a lot more environment. They're seeing me a little bit animated, my voice modulating, all of this difference, and then it all stored in a lot more deeply. And so you remember the context and say, okay, it's a good thing to pause when somebody is charging at us to see maybe there is something here that I can learn before I react. It can be for good, it can be for not so good, but can I wait? Can I wait to hear before I respond? And so there's a new response, new knowledge you've learned. And then if the knowledge is learned with repetition again, or the knowledge is learned strongly, then here's where meditation is coming. When you learned it once, and the next time your boss is charging at you, meditation builds that awareness. When that awareness is there, and then it giving the control to the cortex, neocortex. And so then that awareness suddenly pulls a new response that you learned. The response said, hey, just pause, wait. And suddenly the moment that comes and all the lights in your brain go on, everything about the lecture comes back to you and say how beautiful it can be if I did. And so then you, first time, you give a different response, say, let me wait. I heard this. I should just simply wait this time. It's my opportunity. And so as the lights glow up everywhere about the lecture, the knowledge comes alive because brain stores it all together and says, yes, I must do this. And then you wait and you do it. And you dissolve that moment, the energy is dissolved, and your boss comes and shares something beautiful for you. And then you say, wow, this is good. He didn't respond negatively. Is it one time sufficient? It's not sufficient. One time is there, it is done. But then your memory is not really stored strongly unless you learn in person with a lot more context, or you repeat it again, a second time and a third time and a fourth time. You listen to this concept over and over for that subconscious program to happen, that I should pause before I respond. I should simply take a break if my boss is coming before I respond, whatever that solution is. And if I repeat it, you listen enough times. And then difference becomes a subconscious program. And so then you did it once, you are joyful that you stayed calm. You did it a second time, you stayed calm. You do it a third time, you stayed calm. In a due course difference, it becomes a new response. And so nobody need to tell, no other aid is required, that every time somebody is charging at you, then you are staying calm before you are reacting. That becomes a new state, new response. The old circuits are removed. The neuroscience principle is that cells that don't fire together, they lose together, or use it or lose it principle. If you don't use it, they lose it. So slowly they go away. The old response of aggressively arguing or shouting on, and so the new response of being quiet when something happens has come in. And you permanently replace the old circuit with a new circuit. So this is called learning, doing, and being. You become of that new person where you are more calmer. You're responding wisely. You're choosing a specific response now. A new thing is installed in your subconscious brain permanently. And how does it happen, dear friends? It happens through repetition. That means you have to learn again and again and again. When you hear the lecture about impeccable speech, truthful, useful, positive, we said that. Yes, you remember today, you heard it good, and so you go and then apply it one day, but is it sufficient? Not. We go back and listen to the concept again, let it sink in to the subconscious. And you listen in a Shivratri program like this where you're there for 10 hours looking at how other masters are being carrying impeccable speech, how they're speaking when it's necessary, otherwise they're staying quiet. And then you also recognize and say, okay, this is what impeccability means. And then you have an associate circuit formed, and so then your circuits about impeccable speech are growing, and so it becomes handy. And next time a situation comes, you know how to be impeccable. So repetition or going in person where you are learning a lot more with the contextual learning of all the associations that are there. That's very important. And we learn through seeing as opposed to listening difference a lot more. When this is applied, our emotional intelligence will grow significantly. Our responses to our family members, to spouses, to bosses will change significantly. We need to repeat. We need to repeat what we learn. So that's why we say this 40-day program is not a one-time, it's not a program like a C language you learn. It's not learning, how to make a dish or how to do sewing, learn sewing. It is a lifelong thing because there is so much wisdom that happens and every time it gets desettled by your environment. And so we need to again learn and then put it back again. And until the time it goes into subconscious response. And it takes a few iterations. Thank you very much for joining. Let me invite a few of our masters here who are there. We've been experiencing our Shivratri meditations here. And may I ask Mitsuji to please come here. And Sandraji, please come. Who else is there? Come. Sit. More close. Yes.
You need to come inside, so yeah.
You can come more close.
Yeah, come around. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes. Mitsuji,
Okay. So,
your experience of meditation today.
The experience of meditation was very deep and very profound, actually, because we had the privilege of having Sir give us a meditation today over here. We were in a big group over here. We were about 50 people sitting, and we did the whole night meditation. My experience with it was very, I've already shared it once before with our group, but of course with all of y'all. There were a lot of different type of visions that came to me. This time there were a few masters that I saw, I met. It was the first time for me. Have been meditating for long, but not had this sort of experience ever. And plus, I think the best part was that the knowledge that all of us were able to share with each other, the experiences everybody else also had, and it was really beautiful. I think if you all do get a chance to do it with Chandra sir once, the whole night meditation, it's an experience. It's very fulfilling. So, yeah, thank you.
Please sing something.
Well, today's Mahashivratri, so Shivoham, 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 Shiva Swarupoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupoham. Oh, Mother Divine, please hear my prayer. Hear my prayer as I pray to thee, as I pray to thee. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shankara, Shivoham.
You could hear it, Ratanavel? Yes? Wonderful. Our master who is dedicating our singing to his beautiful meditations. We want more from you, Miss Suzy. You have to record so that people enjoy these with per meditation. Okay?
Sure, sir. Sure.
We have to do. Yes, Sandra, Master Sandra.
Actually, I want to tell something.
Please go ahead. Introduce yourself and then say a few words.
I prefer to. He said my name. My name is Sandra. And it was a great pleasure to be today with all these beautiful souls. And now we're finishing it also with another group, which is, I'm so glad also to talk to you. Today, meditation, it was amazing. We shared a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. Every time when we sit together, when we share together, we discover how much still is there, how much meditation, how much places we can go more, how much deeper we can go, how much further we can go. And same as like we learn from our experience. When we started meditation, we think just we're starting it to relax, empty our mind, reorganize our thoughts, whatever. But meditation is much more. Really, it's much, much, much more. And meditation is the way where we can connect with our true self. And for me, I believe this is like the goal of to meditate and to connect with your true self. It's not only to empty your mind, it's not only to relax, it's not only to get vision, to enjoy them. No, it's more, it's to know your true self, get more knowledge about who you really are and how we have to enjoy this experience. So all the time, I encourage each and every one of us to keep going, keep searching for our true self, keep listening very deep to our to the voice of our true self, because this voice is very quiet, it's not loud, and it's very wise. And once you can open that door or establish this communication, so many things will reveal itself to us, and we will discover that how to live our life, how to understand what's going on, how to enjoy what's happening, no matter how is it. It's just an experience. If it's nice or it's not nice, good or bad, hard or easy, it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful experience because we chose this. We chose it on our soul level because our soul is the one who has the free will to choose this story we're living now. So once we start to communicate with the source or with the writer of the story, the game will change. We will live in a different way. We will have different experience. And I wish for every one of you to taste this place and to establish this communication. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for being part of this family. And be with everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Some very powerful words there. It's very silent, but it's very wise. Establish a connection. Know that you are the writer of your plan. Many words. Of course, we listen from Sandra ji in one of the master classes or one sessions. Hey, Sudha madam, please come. Thank you, friends. It's always wonderful to be with a master here. Yes. Who is hosted this program for us here. Yes, madam.
First of all, thank you so much, sir. You gave us the opportunity. And this is the place where I started in 2020. And deepest gratitude to sir.
How are your meditations today and how do you feel? So many masters spending whole night here.
It was amazing, friend. I mean, the place is so energized now. We started at around 6:30. 6:30.
5:30.
5:30. And until now it is 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yes, 6. And we had a great time. I can say that. And we are fresh. You can see it's 6 o'clock here. Whole night we were just meditating. It was amazing. It was just amazing. Thank you so much, sir.
Wonderful. Vasugaru. Yes. So friends, so wonderful to be connecting with the masters. Always come this side. We must take time. While we are there, some more days in this program, please form a group. And here is another master. Yes, sir. So your first time overnight meditation?
Yes, first time.
How do you feel?
Yeah, it was a great experience.
What was your last one? How many hours before you did? Today you did like a lot of meditations.
Yeah, around 8 hours from morning. Yeah, it was a great experience. Yeah, the first major change is like how do we celebrate Shivaratri? Earlier it used to be more of ritualistic and then struggling to stay awake. Like yeah, body says cannot cooperate, but mind says okay, because as a ritual you follow this, so you have to stay awake. But this time it was completely different. It's in terms of meditation, and yeah, a whole night it just went by, and now it's 6 o'clock here, and we are still energized and still working on it. And wonderful meditation sessions, like we did chakra meditation for 3 hours, and yeah, with fireside meditation, being in the nature. It's a different way of celebrating Shivratri. Yeah, much more profound than just a religious practice.
Awesome. We do something like this in our advanced meditation retreats, and we're doing intense retreats. Pyramid Valley is always doing a Shivaratri, a full moon night meditation, where people are coming together, and we go there to an ashram center somewhere nearby. Wherever possible, we go. And dear friends, and you utilize that opportunity. And it is possible for everyone to be able to sit longer. We have to just break that once. A lot of times we pull back and say, I can't sit for more than half an hour, I don't want to go. Everything will be broken, especially you come in and spend a time in a night. So many limitations will get broken. I can't sleep, and if I don't sleep and the next day is gone, my body won't cooperate. I can't be with people, and how can I be there in a place, new place? Everything, at least 100 limiting beliefs you'll break. That's becoming to, and then doing long meditations, and I don't get experiences. You go experiences, everything comes and changes. So thank you very much. Any announcements, Rathanvel, today?
Yes, sir. So we have a book club today, so which starts at 8:15 a.m. So which starts at 8:15 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Time, and the book, in fact, quite related to what we speak here as well, the surrender experiment. So we have morning and evening batch, and yeah, please join and enjoy the wisdom.
Okay. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow again. Okay. How's your Shivratri, Rathanvel? Where are you?
Yeah.
You're at home
So
or ashram?
yes, I'm at home. Something very immense, deep meditation. So it was completely blank. I don't know what happened, where I was. So it is full blank. And so I think till 12:30 or something like that, I was doing it up. Yeah.
Very nice. Then, what, Nidhi madam? What did you do?
Yes, it was such a great experience, this Mahashivratri. Like I did 9 to 12 with in the WhatsApp group link which was shared for the meditation. So I did 9 to 12 there. Then I also did the spiritual puja at 12, like 12 to 12:30. I did that puja. Then from 12:30 to 1:30, I again meditated with the like mantra meditation kind of, like I was meditating, but mantra was going as a music. Then I slept, and again I don't know why I just woke up at 3:30, and from 3:30 I'm again meditating till 5, and again with this class. And this last meditation year in this session was so peaceful, and I feel that has shifted something in me this night meditation.
Awesome. So much good, I know. When that Namah Shivaya mantra goes behind and you go into meditation, it's just deep, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Our master here, Karuna Madam, she hosts a 24/7 meditation on Shivaratri day. So morning 6 o'clock they start, and then people come, join, meditate for a few hours and go, but then the thing continues. In their home 24/7, full 24 hours. So we were there too. We were there for 2-3 hours there. And that's what is going on. In the backdrop, beautiful chanting of Shiva goes on, and then meditation just happens magically. Everyone must do that. Facilitate so that all neighbors will come, learn. They can come for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, meditate and go. We become a facilitator. We just give our facility nicely. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So great. Kiran, you got your stuff going. US is night is going to start the night now. So now you heard
Yes,
the
sir.
You heard the story. Now don't sleep.
Getting motivated now to do 12 hours.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, Aruna madam, say something. The guys are going. I need to say bye to them here. Yes. What you got?
Yeah, this is the first time I've tried going 24 hours fasting and 24 hours silence, no talking, and participated in long meditations and bhajans because I was at a Sai center. I felt so much of awareness and consciousness in every minute of the whole day. I just wanted to share because that is something I did knew. Every Shivratri we stay awake and we do bhajans. So this time I stayed whole day mute, and I wanted to do fasting and do meditation. And yeah, it was a very wonderful experience, sir. Like I can feel the energies, and not only that, I can see like why, and like little bit of like everything going on. So much of clarity came, and it was wonderful.
Awesome.
I
24
just
hours
wanted to share.
silence and 24 hours. Great. That's really good. This year is going to be a sadhana year. In silence, in less food and more meditation. That's what's going to happen for everybody this year. All right,
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah. The beautiful part is, sir, every time when we do long meditation, I mean, stay all night. You don't have that energy to do day-to-day things the next day. But this time, I was able to come back and cook everything and then still participate in meditation. So I just wanted to share. Thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you. Bye. We'll see you all tomorrow again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
matutina cordis me in aurora tacita suspiro a te. Respira in me Spiritus Pacis sempiter me, cura vulnera mea, foveo in sinu tuo. Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison. mattina cordis me, in aurora tacita sospiro a te. Respira in me, Spiritus Pacis sempiterne, cura vulnera mea, foveo in senu tuo. Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, miserere in umbra noctis substellis latet anima, in silentio londo spentuam recordemo. Tu es regies, dulcis sonus in tenebris, horta clausis oculis, mens vigilat in te. Miserere Pastor bone lucede per vallis sombri, manus tuae tenet cor meum tremente. Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, miserere nobis. cordis mei in aurora tacita sospiro a te. Respira in me Spiritus Pacis sempiterne, cura vulnera mea, foveo in sinu tuo. Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, miserere in umbra noctis substellis latet anima, in silentio londo spentuam recordemo. Tu es legies, dulcis sonus in tenebris, horta clausis oculis, mens vigilat in te. Miserere Pastor bone duceve per vallis somni, manus tuae tenet cor meum tremente. Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, miserere